This video will walk through the installation of GFI-Backup 2009 Home Edition. We'll begin by double-clicking the executable to start the installation process. When the installation launches, we'll click Next to start the installation. After reading the end-user license agreement, choose Accept and then click Next. If desired, change the default installation path to the directory of your choice and then click Next. You're now ready to install GFI-Backup 2009 Home Edition, so click Next one more time. Once the files have finished copying, you have the option to launch the program after installation. We're going to uncheck that option and we'll have a second video to show the product itself, so at this point we'll just click Finish. This demonstration will walk through the steps required to create a new backup task within GFI-Backup Home Edition. We'll begin by clicking the backup link from the main window. On the General tab, we can enter a name for the backup, as well as a name for the archive file itself, and a description of the task. Click Next to choose the source of the backup job. We'll choose a few files and folders, in this case, the administrator's documents and settings. We'll also choose a registry key, and we'll choose some user settings. And we'll just select all here. And so you can see here the list of selected items that you have for your backup. At this point, click Next to choose the destination. In this case, we'll just have the backup write to a local drive under the Program Files GFI directory. Click here to choose options to either compress or password protect your backup. On the Scheduler tab, you have the options to specify when this backup job will run, either manually or on some other type of schedule. And then finally, you can set up the notifications that will be provided once the backup completes or in the event that there are any errors. So we'll click Finish to finalize the backup job. Let's now take a look at My Tasks and start the backup job that we just created. So from the My Tasks view, we can see the backup job that we created in the previous portion of the demo. By right-clicking on the backup job, I have the option to start the backup. So let's go ahead and do that now. As the backup runs, you'll see the progress bar increment as the backup completes. Once the backup is finished, you're presented with a summary notification with information on the successful backup job. We'll now look at the options available to restore files from a previous backup. So to begin, we'll click the Restore link from the main interface. In this case, we'll choose to restore an entire backup, and then point to the backup file that we created earlier in the demo. You can see here the name and information for the backup file, so we'll click Restore to begin. In this case, we password protected the file, so we need to enter the password to proceed. You have the option here to either overwrite or not overwrite the original files. Choose the appropriate option to allow the restoration wizard to continue. Once the job to restore the backup is complete, you're again presented with a summary notification window with the status of the backup. I will now show the steps necessary to create a synchronization task to allow you to synchronize files and folders between two locations. So we'll begin by clicking the Sync link from the main interface. We'll provide a name for the synchronization and a description of the task, much the same as we did with the backup job. We'll then choose the files and folders from the first location that we wish to have synchronized. So in this case, we'll just choose the My Documents folder for the local administrator. We'll then choose a second location for the synchronization, and in this case we'll just choose a folder that we've created in the GFI-Backup 2009 Home Edition folder called Sync. We can then choose options for how the files will be copied. In this case, we'll just leave the defaults and click Next. And again, similar to the backup task, you have the option for scheduling the synchronization task. And you also have the same types of notifications on the success or failure of the task itself. So we'll click Finish, and then visit My Tasks to run the synchronization task. And again, very similar to the notifications that you receive at the end of a backup or restore task, when you complete a synchronization task, you also receive a summary notification with information on the task, letting you know that it completed successfully.